let's talk about how to wrap a cord properly. Now there's many ways to wrap a cord, but in my opinion there's only one way to wrap it properly, and you really want to learn how to properly wrap your cords. Number one, just to extend the life of your cord, because if you're wrapping them incorrectly and you're creating really tight coils and tight bends on your cord, you're going to significantly diminish the lifespan of your cords. Number two, if you're creating tight coils, you're also creating, I call it bad memory in the cord, where you're going to wind up with cords that just won't lay flat on the ground. They'll be difficult to tape down. It just winds up not looking very professional. Plus, if you ever do just side work as a stagehand, or maybe you're doing production for a nationally touring act, anybody that's definitely on the higher up professional level, if you are wrapping a cord like this, I'll show you here, if you're wrapping a cord over your elbow like this, and a tour manager sees you, you will probably get kicked off the stage and maybe kicked off the job altogether. They are not going to be happy if you are wrapping their cords like this, because that is not how you wrap a cord properly. Interestingly though, I wrapped cords like this for probably a solid 10, maybe 15 years. It's how I learned when I started out. And, it's one way to do it, but it's not the best way to do it. You will wind up ruining your cords and wind up making them look all mangly and kinky. And over time, you'll start to notice that the internal wires inside will start twisting as you wrap them the same way over and over and over again. So I'm going to show you how to wrap them properly. And I'm doing it kind of a ways back from the camera. Hopefully you can tell. I recorded this once up close and I thought my arms kind of got out of the picture, so I moved the camera away from me and hopefully this works better. So if you just hold the cord, bring your hand down, what you want to do is just rotate it in with your fingers to make a nice coil, and then you end up grabbing it upside down with the other hand and you rotate it the same way, but it kind of loops in on itself. And then you do the same way, rotate the cord, make a nice loop, and then grab it upside down and loop it in like that, and you should wind up with just a nice coil. And the main benefit of doing it this way, especially if you have a really long cord, is you should be able to just grab it, throw it, and the whole cord will just uncoil itself mid-air. And you should do this with power cords. You should do it with your XLR cords. I'll show you one more time, a little slower. So if you just grab the cord by the end, just run your hand down it, and maybe I'll get a little closer for this one, and I'll make small little loops. But grab it like that, then grab it like that, and just rotate with your fingers in, and the rotating will help create that loop. Then you grab it underneath and you rotate it in as well, but it reverses the loop. And then just the same way, and then upside down and in, and then the same way there, reverse, reverse. And you wind up with a coil like that. And also, make sure you spend some money and buy some Velcro cable ties. They're really not that expensive. Also, I don't recommend making your loops quite this small, but I was just doing it so you could see it in the camera. Oh, you might also notice I have a green zip tie on here. So the green zip tie, well, first of all, Velcro cable ties. You can get these on Amazon, 100 of them. I think they're like $7, free shipping if you have Prime. I'll leave a description in the comments. I always say the comments section. I'll leave a link in the video description to those Velcro cable ties. I also will leave a link in the description to these colorful 4-inch zip ties. So I don't know if you can see what I wrote on there. This has a green zip tie on it. That means it's either 10 or 15 feet long. Red's 50, orange is 30, yellow's 20, green is 10, 15, purple is less than 10, blue is reserved for DMX. But I'll wrap this one more time just to kind of show you in case people missed it. But if you have it wrapped properly, you should be able to just grab the ends and it should fall apart and be pretty much straight. Now some of you might say, well, why can't I just go like this, wrap it, go like this, wrap it? I create the same coil as what you did. But the reason you don't want to do it that way, it makes the exact same coil, but what you're doing, since you're twisting it the same way every time, you wind up cranking cranking it over. And over time, your cord is going to start to get just twisty like that from continuously twisting it in the same direction. With the first way that I showed you, where you grab it and you twist it this way, and then you grab it upside down and twist it in on itself, what you're doing is you're twisting it one way, then you're reverse twisting it the other way. Then you're twisting it back the one way, and then you're reverse twisting it the other way. And this helps keep it from getting that just twisted cable memory going on, and it should wind up being straighter, longer. Obviously the first time I coiled it, I was coiling it in a pretty small coil. If you coil it like that, you're going to wind up with some bad cable memory as well. So if you're coiling a cord, I usually try to coil them about that size, about 12 inches. And don't tie the cord together. Make sure you're using a Velcro cable tie. And if you wrap your cords nicely like this every time, it should extend the life of your cords and they store nice and flat. If you have any questions on cord wrapping, throw them down in the comments section. If I did not explain the proper looping back and forth method, let me know. I can update my video and maybe make a better one where I kind of zoom in on my hands when I do it. But until next time, have a good day.